After more than 3 years of waiting, 2 Santa Clarita families will get some closure tomorrow.
This week, the Cougars will return home to face off against Grossmont at 7 p.m. at Cougar Stadium.
But as COC students may have noticed in the Honor Grove earlier this week,
develop people who build better tomorrows.
This is Kelly Price reporting from Vista Valencia for COC News.
How will this affect the rest of the job market?
Welcome to Canyons News.
Live from Mentry Hall, with news from around the Santa Clarita Valley. This is Canyons News.
Tonight on Canyons News, College of the Canyons faces a new change in leadership.
We take a look at the LA County Fire Department's aerial fire flight.
And a local park reopens after completing renovations.
Good evening, I am Leah Pastorio.
And I'm Robin Abshire. We begin tonight with the SCV Sheriff's Station announcing it has located a missing 14-year-old boy. The department put out a missing persons bulletin yesterday for Jackson Donnelly. Officials say he had been missing from Canyon Country since earlier yesterday morning. He was believed to have left in a 2003 white GMC Sierra pickup truck.
3 people from Palmdale have been arrested on multiple felony charges. The arrests were made Saturday night during a traffic stop in Canyon Country. Officials say 3 suspects were driving a stolen vehicle. Deputies say more than $1,000 in merchandise was found with security tags attached. Investigators believe the items were stolen earlier that night. The driver had a $50,000 felony warrant. The 2 passengers had multiple outstanding warrants related to grand theft and narcotics.
Earlier this year, College of the Canyons' former chancellor, Dr. Diane Van Hook, resigned after the Board of Trustees placed her on administrative leave. Then appointed COC Poli-Sci professor David Andrus to the role of interim superintendent president. After a contentious board meeting this month, the trustees took action to remove Andrus. This week, he has reached a financial deal with the district and is resigning from his position. Andrus will return to COC as faculty in the new year. Andrus addressed the faculty in a video message.
I want to be clear. I am proud of the forensic investigation authorized by the previous board. The matter remains under review with the LA County DA's office, and I cannot comment on it further. I also want to make a comment about the raw emotions so many of you are feeling right now. Please channel that energy toward building a productive and honorable future for the college. I hope the community can move forward in a unified fashion. Thank you so very much.
The board then appointed Dr. Jasmine Rise to act as superintendent president in place of Andrus. Reporter Terry Collier is outside Mentry Hall with the latest.
Thanks, Leah. Last week, a special Board of Trustees meeting resulted in leadership changes at College of the Canyons. I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with Dr. Jasmine Rice, the new acting superintendent. In a conference room packed with faculty and employees, Attorney Nikki Stagg spoke on behalf of former interim president David Andrus.
Colleagues, I am speaking to you today to announce that I am stepping down from the position of interim superintendent.
Faculty verbalized their opinions during open session.
They're expressing shock and dismay that the members of this board would do something that has such a strong appearance of illegality.
Canyons News recently spoke with the new acting superintendent president, Dr. Jasmine Rice, who has been part of College of the Canyons campus for over 2 decades.
Motion to appoint an acting superintendent president is in order.
When the Board of Trustees recently made the controversial leadership decision to release David Andrus, they turned to Rice, who stepped up.
Yeah, I make the motion that we appoint Dr. Jasmine Rice as acting president of College of the Canyons, Santa Clarita Community College District.
And said yes.
I said yes because I love this college. I love what we do for this college. And I want there to be stability. I want there to be a purpose for all of us. It was incredibly emotional. A lot of us have worked with David for a very long time, and I wanted to honor that work.
Have you and David had a chance to talk at all?
We have. He is very, very kind to me and helped me. We had what we called a mini transition meeting so that I knew what he was working on and how I can move forward. So he's incredibly helpful, yes.
Dr. Rice will serve as interim until the end of the year, after which she plans to return to her role as Vice President of Student Services. Dr. Rice stated that stability, fresh ideas, and commitment are central to the spirit of COC. We reached out to campus officials who have confirmed that David Andrus will be returning to a COC faculty position after the new year. I'm Terry Collier for Canyons News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Terry. Last month, the Board of Trustees voted to put COC interim president David Andrus on administrative leave. It was unanimously condemned by nearly all campus stakeholders. Now, COC students are weighing in on the matter. The Associated Government read 2 drafted resolutions, one, a vote of confidence for interim president David Andrus, and the other, a vote of no confidence for Board of Trustee members Fred Arnold, Charlene Johnson, and Darlene Trevino. Both passed unanimously and will now be presented at COC's next board meeting on October 8th.
So based on the student statements that we received, a lot of the students expressed that President CEO David Andrus has been very consistent in everything that he's been doing in running the college, and he's always asked students what they think they should see at the college. He's been very interactive and engaging. In regards to the other board members, students believe that they have not been serving their duty and as board members, so they reached out to us, expressed their concerns, and we stood up and spoke for them.
The Santa Clarita City Council hosts meetings at least once a month that include time for public comments. But what do our residents do with their time to speak? Here is Joey Gomez with more.
The Santa Clarita City Council held another one of their public meetings most recently on September 23rd, where business went as usual. They acknowledged national holidays, recognized people around the community, approved new agreements, and set aside time for the public to give their comments and concerns. One moment in particular, they recognized Hispanic Heritage Month, and specifically a painting done by an SCV resident, showing the city's commitment to recognizing their citizens' creativity.
Soñadora is called The Dreamer, and it was inspired by Frida Kahlo's painting The Weeping Coconuts. To me, it means that the city does care about just the diversity of our community, and I really enjoyed that, I enjoyed that they're celebrating Hispanic, the Hispanic month. To me, it makes me feel really welcome.
But while the council recognizes some citizens, are there other issues that others may want recognized?
As a city, we've grown from 60-some-odd thousand people to now 230,000 people. And our footprint in the city has grown, so we have a lot of demands. Our city council could do more, to be quite honest.
Ultimately, the city council is here as a means for the people of this city's voice to be heard. And whether people use that voice in praise or critique, the council is an important part of our city that residents feel even more people should be a part of.
An effective government is one in which it's not just politicians involved, but the people. Because the people vote these people, vote the politicians into power to represent them, not to represent their own interests.
People have ideas, people have great stories, and it could be, for one, inspirational for those that are doing the work here. And it's also good to hear feedback from the people that you're serving.
For Canyons News, I'm Joey Gomez.
The COC Political Science Club got a visit from a local leader last week. Reporter Valerie Diaz has more on how the club is trying to get students more involved.
Former Santa Clarita Mayor Cameron Smythe visited College of the Canyons to share his journey in politics and inspire students on how they can find success in their own careers. Smythe spoke about how he first became interested in public service and why understanding local government is so important for young people.
I think there's a lot of value in sharing ideas and hearing from them what issues are important, and particularly locally. But I also think it's important that people learn about local government because it isn't covered as much as it should be, but yet has a real impact on everybody's day-to-day life. So the more opportunities I have to explain how your local governments work and how they impact you, I think is a great opportunity for me to take advantage of.
The meeting gave students the chance to ask questions on city, state, and national issues, and hear Smith's professional perspective on the challenges of leadership and decision-making. The event was also about highlighting the Political Science Club, which regularly brings leaders to campus and creates a safe space for open discussion.
Last academic year, we actually hosted numerous guest speakers, one of them being our current representative, George Whitesides. And my future insight for our club is to continue cultivating this welcoming, vibrant environment of different perspectives and people just being open to talk about politics in a safe space.
The club hopes that events like these encourage more students to get involved, share their ideas, and see firsthand how politics can shape their communities. For the Political Science Club, Cameron Smythe's visit was more than just politics. It was about learning, building connections, and creating a space for students to find their voice. For KN's News, I'm Valerie Diaz.
The LA County Fire Department hosted its annual Aircraft Media Day. Fire officials are warning residents of elevated fire risk due to dry brush in Santa Ana winds. Reporter Asia Haskin has more on how the department is preparing.
For Captain Christian Paquette, a Super Scooper feels like home.
I've always flown on aircraft that could land on water because I used to be a float plane pilot or a bush pilot we call up in Canada.
He and his crews made the 16-hour journey from Quebec to Van Nuys Airport, where a pair of Super Scoopers known as Quebec 1 and 2 wait for wildfires.
So we got 1,400 gallons of water total in those. They're split in two. So you got 4 different tanks that we could use.
The distinctive fixed-wing plane gets its name from the way it pulls water.
We can use any body of water that is large enough for us and we can scoop straight out of it. So it gives us the opportunity to do to drop a lot of liquid on the fire in a short time,
giving LA County Fire's Air and Wildland Division an advantage on initial attack.
We would use them more on the shoulder, so the front of the fire, to be able to slow it down and pinch it off, and then our ground resources again and lock it in.
Nearby is Helitanker 55. The massive Coulson Chinook can hold 3,000 gallons of water or fire retardant. It's also able to fly at night. The planes were showcased at the department's Aircraft Media Day.
With the arrival of Quebec 1 and 2 and Helitanker 55, we have increased our fire suppression capabilities 24 hours a day.
With dry brush in the Santa Ana wind season, LA County Fire Chief Anthony Maroney is warning residents to stay ready.
This is why we must remain vigilant and educate everyone on the importance of being prepared for the Santa Ana winds that will arrive in the fall because they have the potential to fuel fast-moving wildfires.
Maroney was joined by LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger, who had some reminders for residents.
Keep defensible space on your property. Have a plan ready.
For Canyons News, I'm Asia Haskin.
After a year of construction, the Old Orchard Park in Newhall has reopened. The renovations come with new additions to the park, like rock walls, updated basketball courts, a turf mound, all protected by a new shade structure. City officials say it is designed to be enjoyed by all ages.
The renovated playground features inclusive elements like rubberized surfacing, an inclusive spinner, and an adaptive swing so children of all abilities can enjoy together.
More than 1,000 volunteers rolled up their sleeves for the 30th annual River Rally Cleanup. Reporter Dylan Keir has more on the city's effort to keep the Santa Clara River clean.
Residents young and old come together to make lasting efforts to keep the Santa Clara River clean, with community leaders and residents joining to keep the environment safe and goals clear.
The collective effort today, it's really a big community effort, and the way that it contributes to our overall goals for sustainability with the Santa Clara River, really it's just working together as a community to pick up the trash to keep our river clean. If you look at other rivers, you might notice more trash, but we as a community, we work really hard, and it's something that's really important to us.
This year, volunteers tackled everything from old furniture, harmful plastics, and even shopping carts. Making efforts like today are critical to the ecosystem of the Santa Clara River.
I just want you to know when you're cleaning out debris, you're helping save endangered species because they reside in our tributaries and our river. And it's really an important part of the whole ecosystem of Santa Clarita. And we're kind of unusual that in this community, we do that.
Illegal dumping has turned parts of the river into an eyesore. The city of Santa Clarita has partnered with groups like the Santa Clara River Watershed Conservancy to monitor the river's health year-round, but events like this rely on volunteer power.
I always wanted to find something similar to doing something for the community, whether it's picking up trash or going to school and clean up. So these are the things that I look forward to, and that way I can encourage my kids to do the same.
As the day was wrapping up, there were plenty of community activities and exhibits to help spread awareness and information about the Santa Clara River. The clean riverbed at the end of the day is a testament to what teamwork can achieve. My name is Dylan Keir with Canyons News. Back to you in the studio.
Coming up next on Canyons News. Strutting on stage, a local organization raises funds for women affected by breast cancer.
We shine a light on an issue affecting students nationwide. Stay tuned.
College of the Canyons creates possibilities.
It's a gateway to opportunities.
A place where students learn they can believe in themselves.
Behind every possibility at College of the Canyons are the people.
Together we focus on achieving success, one student at a time.
That focus is a reflection of what we value.
It defines who we are.
We are. We are.
We are College of the Canyons.
October is LGBTQ History Month, a time to reflect on the decades-long fight for equality and highlight the local advocates continuing that fight today. Canyons News reporter Tracy Maroney has more.
On June 28, 1969, a police raid at the Stonewall Inn, a popular gay bar in New York City, sparked a movement, and Christy Henderson Jenkins was there.
Stonewall is an example of the civil rights movement. We got tired. We stood up and we fought.
The Stonewall riots lasted for 6 days, which sparked the modern LGBTQ+ movement. But how far have we really come?
In my opinion, that is trying to come back. That's what they did in the 60s. I see a lot of the policies are like the 60s, and it worries me quite a bit.
Official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
But while the current administration continues to divide, the SCV LGBTQ Center is working to unite, spending the last 5 years fundraising for a building to better support the community.
I want us to get a building so we can offer just even more. So I know Los Angeles LGBT Center offers medical care and stuff that's something that I think would be great because that's gone out here. And just my goal is that we fill in the gaps that are missing on top of being the resource hub.
But until that space becomes a reality, events like their Pride Picnic help fill the gap.
We invite all different people to table and give out resources, and it's just a fun time overall.
You could find more information at this year's Pride Picnic on October 26 in Stevenson's Ranch. For Canyons News, I'm Tracy Maroney.
Santa Clarita came together tonight for a unique fundraiser hosted by Seroptimist International of Valencia. The group has been supporting women with breast cancer for more than 2 decades. Our reporter, Michael Garcia, brings us the story.
For 50 years, Seroptimist International Valencia has supported women and families in need. For the past 22 years, their mission has focused on raising money for breast cancer patients.
We wanted to raise funds for women
with breast cancer, whether that would be either a screening mammogram or support while they're going through treatment or actual treatment itself. So a lot of us have mothers, sisters, and some of us have had breast cancer. So it's really near and dear to all of our hearts.
Funds raised go to local nonprofits, including the Sheila Veloz Breast Cancer and Circle of Hope Cancer Center.
So whether that cost is something that you're gonna need to make a medical copay, or you've just found out you have cancer and you don't know what the next steps are, Circle of Hope is there for you.
What makes this fundraiser stand out? A fashion show with live models, many of them cancer survivors who walk the runway to raise awareness and money.
1 in every 8 women will get breast cancer. Even if it's not affecting you directly now, it might in the future, and we're here for you.
In a city known for its generosity, tonight's event brought hundreds together, showing that in Santa Clarita, no one fights breast cancer alone. Organizers say they're already planning next year's event and hope to raise even more money for local families battling breast cancer. For Canyon News, I'm Michael Garcia.
In Canyon Country, a cacao and chakra flow ceremony offered something many here had never experienced before. The night revealed a practice that blends movement, breath, and sound to tap into the body's energy centers. Reporter Jessica Makashima takes us beyond the yoga mats.
My name is Dee Rowe. I am a Women's Circle facilitator, sacred ceremonies leader, and chakra flow practitioner. And tonight I led a cacao ceremony and chakra flow for a group of women.
Chakra flow is built around 7 energy points, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, each tied to stability, creativity, and self-expression.
We basically work through the 7 main energy centers of the body from root to crown with movement, sound, breath work, awaken the energy, cleanse that energy center, and feel more balanced in our bodies.
For Dee, the practice is more than exercise. She calls it her passion.
I love this stuff. This fills my cup up. This is like my passion project.
The opportunity to share work like this exists because of studio founder Michelina Payetta, who left behind a secure career to take a risk.
I quit my career job that was very stable, though I was very unhappy, and I decided to open doors. You know, it kind of went from looking to telling the real estate agent to write up the proposal, and then I was signing lease papers, and I am now here 4 years later.
There's tons of little hippie yoga studios all over the place, and when I first came here, I was having a really hard time finding that.
Now, Michelina says the space has become more than a business.
When I connected with Michelina, the studio owner, and talked to her about how I wanted to bring stuff like that to the community, and she was so supportive, it meant a lot to me.
Yes, we are a yoga studio, but we are also a place that can be home.
And for many who step inside, the sense of home may be the most important discovery of all. Reporting from Canyon Country, I'm Jessica Makashima. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and College of the Canyons is marking the occasion with a powerful display to raise awareness. 1,100 empty chairs filled the Honor Grove, each one symbolizing a college student lost to suicide every year across the country.
So the chairs are to represent the students that are no longer here. And we do this every year because every year that's how many students die by suicide across the U.S.
The display is part of the annual Shine a Light on Suicide event, hosted by the Student Health and Wellness Center. Alongside the display, community providers set up booths on campus, from mental health support to family planning services. Organizations are working to make sure students know where to turn for help.
Obviously, it's a sensitive topic. Like I said, we provide behavioral health services throughout our clinics. We have 2 different sites that only provide behavioral health services for those who may need the services for suicide prevention, especially or any other behavioral health services they may need.
September is a time for reflection and action. Organizers say they hope the event starts conversations, reduces stigma, and encourages students to reach out when they need help.
So if you call our number, 661-362-3259, and dial 9, it will take you to that protocols, and they have therapists that will help you at any hour of the night until we come back at 8:30 in the morning. Suicide is permanent, and tomorrow's a different day, and there's a solution for everything. So if you are having suicidal thoughts, I would recommend that you seek help, professional help.
For Canyons News, I'm Leah Pastorio.
One campus program makes it a mission to provide essentials for students in need. Reporter Alina Guzman gives us a closer look at the Basic Needs Center.
Here at College of the Canyons, providing students with the best on campus does not just apply to education. It's not all about textbooks and good grades. It's also about basic needs.
If they're having external stressors that are coming from being housing insecure, food insecure, maybe they don't understand what resources they have for them that are going to help them through their academic journey. We're here to assist with all of that.
Students seeking vital resources can go a long way here at the Basic Needs Center, or as some would say, the bank. The program provides food, snacks, but that's not all.
Started with just giving grab-and-go food, snacks, and some meals. Since then, we've expanded to emergency grants. We have CalFresh assistance where we help students sign up for CalFresh and help navigate the renewal process. We help students with our clothing closet, whether it's everyday clothing that they need or interview clothing.
Some students share their experience reaching out for these resources with no cost and full welcoming.
I pop in and I take some bread sometimes and I just bring it home to my family.
Other students see how this program supports their fellow peers.
The Basic Needs Center, I usually see it around. It has stuff that everyone needs. I've not used it yet, but I've heard and seen other people use it.
Embarrassment or shame will only lead you to fall through the cracks, so here is some advice.
I would say to not be ashamed, because honestly, everyone goes through a lot of things, and it's not something to be ashamed of.
The bank is more than just food and clothing, but also a path for students to succeed and a reminder that you have support. For Canyons News, I'm Alina Guzman.
For veterans, transitioning from military to civilian life can be quite challenging. COC recently teamed up with a local organization to provide veterans with resources. Reporter Deborah Morth has more details.
For thousands of veterans, finding the right resources is a long and arduous fight. On September 20th, veterans and families attended the 3rd annual Veterans Resource and Job Fair. Veterans find help from Junior Chamber International, many community organizers, Assemblywoman Pilar Chiavo, and College of the Canyons Veterans Resource Center. Held in the Honor Grove, located in front of the Central Commons building on campus, JCI co-chair Jimmy McCoy explains how navigating the VA system is not an easy road.
And I discovered when I got out that you really had to sort of become a private investigator to figure out what benefits or entitlements you might have access to. And you don't know what you don't know.
Assemblywoman Chiavo, representing District 40, shares her story.
So I work a lot on veteran issues. I'm the daughter of a Vietnam veteran who is disabled, the sister of a veteran who was in the Iraq War. And so personally, veteran issues are really important to me as well. And so our office does a lot of work to support veterans, make sure they know what resources are out there, what their rights are.
Since I'm transitioning out of the reserves, I've been trying to get in contact with a VSO, preferably one local because I live here in Santa Clarita.
I wanted to bring him out here because, like he just explained his challenges.
Reporting for Canyon News, I'm Deborah Morris.
If you've ever been to Main Street, you probably know you can find almost anything there. But you might not know what's right around the corner.
Just past all the storefronts, on the corner of Main and 6th, sits a pillar of the local art community. The Santa Clarita Artists Association Gallery is a place where artists of all skill levels can showcase their works. The SCAA hosts a variety of exhibits throughout the year, and entry is free to the public. If you've ever wanted to see what the Santa Clarita Valley's local talent has to offer, this is the place to be.
I think it's fantastic. There's lots of associations around, and this one is so representative of the area. We've done Western shows, which is cool because it's Santa Clarita, has that history. I think everything that they do here really caters towards the kind of artists that we have here and the kind of buyers, what people like to have in their homes out here.
The SCAA showcases artists from around the Santa Clarita Valley, giving them a place to showcase their skill set, get their work seen, and even find clients.
One of my paintings was chosen to be the postcard and also for the posters and magnets and stuff for the Cowboy Festival. Through the gallery, they put it on the postcard and somebody saw it, so that's how it works. You never know what's going to happen with each show.
The SCAA takes applications from artists of all skill levels, and even provides scholarships to high school students looking to pursue a career as an artist.
They do a scholarship for high schoolers, which is very cool. We have a big art classic coming up, which is an art competition, and they we can donate things, and they have an auction that they use that for the scholarship and the upkeep of the association. So they do a very good job here.
The art classic was held last Saturday, but the next gallery will run from October 3rd to November 2nd, and admission is free.
Canyons continues its Friday night film series. Reporter Yasmin Quintana has more on how community members watch films not often seen on the big screen.
For years, College of the Canyons has welcomed students and community members to Friday night film screenings at Hosley Hall. It's become a tradition to show films that bring people together and share a joy of watching stories unfold on the big screen.
I've been coming to this event for several years. I love the fact that a lot of movies are being shown that we wouldn't see anywhere else, or there are very few theaters in the area that have carried them.
This week's screening paired The Ballad of Whales Island, a heartfelt musical comedy with a different man, a darker exploration of identity. Together they reflect the kind of discovery the series is known for, introducing fresh, original, and often overlooked films.
The hope is if we bring new people to campus with our program, not only will they hopefully keep coming back, but it will make them think, well, what else do they offer?
For Max Keller, hosting the event carries a personal meaning that goes back near decades.
I didn't create this program, but I've been a part of it almost as long as it's existed. And I've gone from hosting it as a student, to hosting it as an adjunct, to hosting it as a full-timer, and now the person who runs this department. This is part of my life.
For viewers, the screening uncovered hidden gems. For Keller, they mark a lifelong commitment to cinema and sustains a vibrant culture at College of the Canyons. For Canyons News, I'm Yasmin Quintana.
Still ahead, sports reporter Christian Sukic will bring you Cougar Sports Upstates. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Canyon Sports. With all your Santa Clarita Valley sports stories and highlights, I'm Christian Sukic. The Canyons Cougars football team dropped their game versus the Cerritos Falcons this past Saturday. Canyons QB Giselle Riley IV threw for 148 yards and threw 1 touchdown, while Falcons QB Jeremiah Calvin threw for 303 yards and had 2 touchdowns. The Cougars' next game will be on October 9th versus Fullerton College. Kickoff is at 5 p.m. A heavyweight bout between two of the Foothill League's top two teams also took place on Friday night. The 4-1 Valencia Vikings played host to the Saugus Centurions, who boast the same record on the season. We jump into the second quarter where it is 28-0 Valencia, and they look to keep their foot on the gas with this 18-yard pass from QB Brady Bretthauer to Hudson Sanders, 35-0 Vikings. Saugus scrambling for an answer to the mighty Viking offense as they push back with a short passing touchdown from Jake Nuttall to Landon Lattimore, who just got into the end zone. The Centurions cut the lead to 35-7 right at halftime. Valencia would not stop there as Bretthauer takes it to the house for 3 yards. He expands the lead 48-7. A dominant showing from the boys in purple as your final score is 55-14 Valencia.
It was a great effort. It was a great team effort. I thought our special teams did a really good job, especially the second half. Again, I'm going to go back to that second half. We notoriously kind of slowed down a little bit, and I thought our guys did a great job in that third quarter. Kind of really, the defense did a great job of being a little bit more sharp and tightening things up. You know, they got that score at the end of the half, and they didn't let it snowball, and they did a great job of kind of just tighten the screws a little bit. And so I was really proud of them for doing that.
Valencia Vikings will enter a bye week while Saugus will face Canyon on October 3rd. It was a Week 2 Foothill League showdown under the lights of Cougar Stadium as the 3-2 Hart Hawks faced off against the 2-3 Golden Valley Grizzlies. Hart's offense started strong with this Jacob Paisano 8-yard pass to Silas Tucker for a touchdown on the opening drive. Hart up by 7. We go to the second quarter and Golden Valley's Derek Guevara answers back with the 4-yard rushing touchdown, and we are now tied at 7-7. The Hawks turn to their star running back, Maddox Friss-Smith, who scores his second touchdown of the half on this physical 12-yard run. Hart takes a 20-7 lead at the half. We go to the fourth with the Grizzlies still down when QB Jace Johnson scores on this electric 18-yard rushing TD, but they still trail 23-28. This leads to Golden Valley attempting to recover their second onside kick of the game, but it backfires as Hart's Bailey Hill returns the kick for a 50-yard touchdown, icing the game as Hart beats the Grizzlies 40-28.
It feels good. Just really proud of my guys on offense, just like getting blocks for me, getting me in space where I can make plays. Really proud of Josh Ogazik. He had a lot of key blocks, worked all week with him and my offensive line as they just really rely on me to make plays.
Golden Valley will play Castaic at 7 on Thursday. Meanwhile, Hart will face rival West Ranch on Friday. Saugus High School's flag football team is coming off a dominant win against Chatsworth. Reporter Giselle Monteforte has more on the team's recent success.
The Centurions are officially on a roll. The Saugus High School Centurions faced off against the Chatsworth Chancellors this past Thursday in a non-league game on their home turf. The Centurions dominated on both sides of the ball Thursday afternoon, shutting out their opponent in a 57-0 blowout win. This marks the team's third straight victory after a rocky start to the season. With momentum building, Saugus is quickly turning into a team to watch in the Foothill League. Saugus came out strong in the first quarter, putting up 20 unanswered points. Senior quarterback Savannah Smith led the charge, making key plays that kept the Chancellor's defense guessing. In the second quarter, Chatsworth's defense pressed the Centurions' offense, causing them to throw deep. Smith was able to step up to the challenge and complete passes to senior wide receiver Kona Ramsbottom, who was an unstoppable force all game.
It feels amazing. It's just like a relief when you get it and everyone starts cheering.
After half, the Chancellors came out ready to make some big plays. But on the other side of the ball, the Centurions' defense came up big, never letting Chatsworth get into rhythm. Gianna Gerson had a pick six in the third quarter, putting Saugus up 51-0. The shutout was a full team effort and a clear sign that Saugus is finding its identity.
Since this is our first year together, we wanted to start off with a great bond while learning the sport and try our best every game, no matter what the score is.
Moving forward, the Centurions have a specific goal, making the playoffs. For Canyons News, I am Gigi Monteforte.
Now to soccer. How dominant are the COC women right now? The Cougars are off to a 7-0 start and ranked second in the state. But the most impressive stat, the Cougars hadn't given up a goal in nearly a month. Canyons putting that incredible streak to the test at home against Citrus on Tuesday night, and it took less than 3 minutes for the Cougs to light up the scoreboard. Layla Sadra drills one to the back of the net. It's 1-0. And with just about 5 minutes to go in the first half, here come the Cougs again. Kennedy Crone with as easy a goal as you will ever see. It's 2-0 COC. But the Cougars' offense stalled after the break, and that goal streak finally came to an end. Bridget Ward heads one past the COC keeper, but fortunately COC hangs on to beat Citrus 2-1 and improve to 8-0. Next up, Bakersfield on Friday. Cougars women's tennis has themselves a champion. Freshman Emma Chodor out of Castaic has won the SoCal Regional ITA tournament and will be heading to Georgia for the national championship. Student athletes often go above and beyond to balance academics, sports, and personal life. Emily Villamontes has more on one standout student athlete who's received special recognition for her exceptional dedication and hard work.
Love and passion can take someone far, especially when paired with determination and dedication. This past week, soccer player Layla Sadra was recognized for those very qualities as one of the athletes of the week.
It honestly means a lot. I feel like I put a lot of hard work into our team, and also our team puts in so much effort as well that it just feels rewarding that one of us got it.
Layla leads the team with 5 goals and 2 assists, consistently creating opportunities for both herself and her teammates. Her strength and presence bring hope and inspiration to those around her.
Layla is a very high character person. She has a great work rate. She's a good teammate. She's encouraging, and she kind of brings that gel that helps to bring everybody together because of her personality, but also because of her level of play and the intensity that she brings to practices and games.
Kicking off her soccer journey at the age of 5, Layla has faced her share of challenges, but with consistency, discipline, and practice, she's now found her footing and reflects on how far she's come.
There's definitely been some down plays at the beginning of the season where I wasn't playing the way I wanted to, or wasn't playing the position I wanted to, I wasn't starting like I wanted to. I think that played into a role into my confidence, but as the season grew on, I think I've gotten a lot better. I'm kind of more in my groove, but that definitely set me back a little bit.
She's starting to become a more disciplined player. She's always been a very creative player, and as she starts to add this extra piece of being disciplined with the creativity, we're really seeing her begin to really grow as a player.
Layla has scored many goals, both literally and figuratively, thanks to assists from her teammates and coaches.
I couldn't do it without definitely my whole team, but
been able to observe her invest in the team and in the program and start to take ownership and move out of just being a strong player and more into a leadership role. And
for Canyons News, I'm Emily Viramontes.
That does it for this edition of Canyons News. I'm Christian Sukic. Remember, you can catch us on the web at canyonsnews.com. You can also send us news tips and story ideas to our X handle, @CanyonsNews_COC, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Have a good night, everybody.